Hello, my name is Robert Lane. I'm a musician and a guitar tutor based in the UK, and in this video today I'm going to show you how you can find any note on the guitar or work out what the note is that you've just played on the guitar. Shall we begin? Okay, here we go. Now the first thing to understand is something that could blow your mind, and it's this. In all of music there are only 12 notes. Whatever you play, you're only going to be using those 12 notes. Now you'll be thinking to yourself, how can that be? Because a piano has 88 keys, the guitar has lots of different frets on it. And the reason for that is because we're talking about different octaves or different pitches of the same notes. Believe me, there are only 12 notes. Now those 12 notes, we name them after letters from the alphabet. We go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then they start again. But that's only 7 notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So how can it be that I'm talking about 12? It's because we fill some of those gaps in between them with sharps. Now one of the things that can be confusing when you're learning music or guitar is that we have more than one name for the same thing. And this is one of those situations. Those in between notes that I've just mentioned can be called sharps or flats. Now for the purpose of this video, we're just going to refer to them as sharps. But don't be confused by that. If you hear people talking about flats, they're the same notes as the sharps that we're talking about. Okay? If you've ever played piano or seen a piano, you'll know that you've got white keys and black keys. The black keys are the sharps or the flats. And one very vital thing to remember is that 2 of the notes do not have sharps. E and B do not have sharps. So on a piano keyboard, the note E has no black note next to it, and the note B has no black note next to it. As long as you can remember that, you're going to be able to find a note on the guitar, work out what you're playing. Let's look a bit closer at that. Now we all have different gaps in our knowledge, so let me explain some real basics to start off with to make sure that we're all on the same page. You'll need to know what the names of the strings are on your guitar when it is in standard tuning. The strings are called E, A, D, G, B, E. So starting with the thickest one, E, A, D, G, B, E. You've got 2 E's, the thickest one and the thinnest one. Now often when I'm teaching, I use a handy mnemonic to help people remember these string names, and that is elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Or some people prefer elephants and dinosaurs grow big ears, and some other people prefer Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. Whichever one you want to use, and I would suggest using one if these are new to you. This is elephants or Eddie, and this one is ears or everybody. Okay, so E, A, D, G, B, E. Those are the names of the strings on your guitar. Now each fret on the guitar is one semitone, or one position along that list of notes. So if this string is called E, which it is, elephants, fret 1 is going to be one space along from E. Now remember me saying, and you can see in the list, that we have no sharp next to E. So the next semitone up from E is going to be F. It's just gone one space along. If I was on a piano and I played the E key, went along, there'd be no black notes. I'll play the next white note, which would be an F. On the guitar, E and an F. The next fret along is going to give us F sharp. The next fret along from there is going to give us G. Going to go all the way along. G sharp, A sharp, B doesn't have a sharp, so we get C, C sharp, hope you can see, D sharp, E again. I'm on fret 12 and I've got an E again. Remember me saying there are only 12 notes, so when I get to fret 12 it starts again. That's an E, so fret 13 is the F again in the next octave. F sharp, G, and so on. Yeah? Now that's going to work for every string. This string is called A, elephants and. So fret 1 of A is going to give me A sharp. Fret 2 is going to give me B. Fret 3, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E doesn't have a sharp, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A again, and I'm on fret 12 for A, and it starts again. That's the same on all 6 strings. When you get to fret 12, it starts again. This is the D string, fret 12, D in the next octave, G, 12, G in the next octave, B, B in the next octave, E, E in the next octave. So that's kind of cool, because between here, the open string, I'm back on the E string now, and fret 12, I have every note, all 12 notes, in one octave. So that's how it's going to work. Wherever you are on the guitar, if you know the name of the open string and you're prepared to work your way along, you can work out what note you're on. Or if you need to find a particular note, if say for example you want to find a G sharp on the E string on Elephants, it's there. Let's check that. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. Now obviously working them out like that will work, but it's better if you can start to learn some. And I would suggest to begin with, obviously learning your open strings, E, A, D, G, B, E, but then start to learn, I'd suggest fret 3 on the E string. What note does that give us? E, F, F sharp, G. That's fret 3 is a G, and fret 5 is an A. My name is Robert Lane. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has been helpful for you. Please leave a comment to let me know if it has or if it hasn't, and also anything else that you would like me to try and cover in a future video. You can find me online at robertlanemusic.co.uk. I'm also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. as Robert Lane Music. It would be great if we could link up on there if you do use those. If you're in the UK, I'm out on tour starting next week, playing some shows around the place. You can find all the details on my website. Okay, thank you so much. See you next time.